Thinking Aloud. Conversations on the leading edge of knowledge and discovery with psychologist Jeffrey Mishlove.
One of the things that stood out about that material, especially his account of the lifetime that we lived in contemporaneously, supposedly, was that he knew about my interest in Seneca.
Seneca, the ancient Roman
philosopher,
who lived right around the time of Christ.
That's right, indeed. That's right. He lived, I think, until about 65 in the Common Era, and was had been a Roman senator and statesman, but also a writer, a very beautiful writer. Wrote plays as well as philosophical essays.
So you have had a long-standing interest.
I had a long-standing interest in Seneca and other Stoic philosophers like Epictetus, that there's no way that Kevin could have known, that Atun Ray could have known about.
Atun Ray being the name of the spirit
That's
guide.
Right, exactly. And so that information was given to me. And
he suggested that you knew Seneca.
He suggested I knew Seneca, and and not only that, he said that you, in fact, were the person that the person you are now was Seneca at that time,
right? And
that I would meet you.
I would be the present incarnation.
That you're the present incarnation
of Seneca.
That's right. Exactly.
There's a reason why he thought that this to be the case.
Yes,
I'd had previous interactions with him about it. So he identified me as that person and said, "You will someday meet him."
Yes, that's right. Exactly. That's right. He he was very clear about that. Very, and he conveyed this very confidently. Well, I was as we ended the conversation, I was left feeling very intrigued. I could kind of feel like my worldview was shifting a bit, kind of like, well, how do I make sense of this? Because I really didn't believe in anything like reincarnation prior to that. I had maybe kind of considered it as a theory, but I hadn't really applied it to anything or had any kind of personal experience.
Right.
And so I kind of felt like some things were shifting kind of in my own internal world, and I was very very intrigued by the information. And I thought, well, I wonder what you would think of this. I was wondering, I wonder if Dr. Mishlove is...
You were intrigued.
I was intrigued.
You were also, I think, a little bit embarrassed.
I was a little embarrassed, and
your tough-minded self.
That's right.
Was ready to reject the
I was
whole thing.
ready to reject it, but then I thought, well, that's not quite right, because, as I said, he did say some things that ended up being very helpful, and very therapeutic in a sense. So I thought, well, maybe it would be worthwhile to try to contact Dr. Mishlove just to see if what his sense of this is, how he makes sense of it. And that's when I
sent me an email.
I sent you an email. That's right.
And I thought it was very striking.
Yes.
A coincidence of sort that your email suggesting that you had been told by Kevin Ryerson that I was the incarnation of Seneca should arrive just as I'm about to embark on a journey to the city where Seneca was born.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So that was a synchronicity.
That was a definite synchronicity. Absolutely.